I'm your host, welcome to 93. You joining me for The Royal Masquerade, Chapter 6, Confessions. You've just met Renza at the Pharaoh Estate, where she's helping you get ready to meet your suitor, Lord Hector Navracus. The Pharaoh Estate. So this is where you and Hunter live. It's more remarkable than I ever imagined. Having an extravagant home is one of the best ways for a noble house to showcase their power and wealth. And when a noble is not at home, they must show it with their dress, of course. And speaking of dresses, remove the one you're wearing this instant. No, it's weird you keep wanting me undressed. What? You heard me. Today is important. If you earn a proposal from Lord Hector, the game is won. Your words must convince his mind, while your looks must convince his other parts. Now strip so we may get to work. You remove your dress and stand before a tall mirror in your corset. Happy? More like impressed. With a body like that, I'm tempted to send you out like this. Why, if I was an ineligible hair with a taste for women, Renza? Focus. Ah, she has a taste for women, let's be honest. Natural beauty aside, whoever tied this corset isn't doing you any favors. Here, let me fix it for you. Renza steps behind you and begins to adjust your corset. Go on and ask. I know you must be curious. Curious about Hector? Mostly, how similar he is to Theodosia. Well, in my experience, they're not very alike at all. No offense intended, dear Theodosia, but thank goodness for that. Hector has no obvious insecurities, doesn't revel in melodrama, and isn't secretly sleeping with Cyrus. Well, Amory, Theodosia, it makes you wonder how many others Cyrus is secretly sharing his bed with. Best not to dwell on those thoughts, lest you accidentally imagine something you can't be unimagined. Too true. Renza gives you a corset, a final tug, and tie the ribbons. You feel the air forced out of your chest. I don't think I can breathe. There'll be time for breathing later. Now stay put while I fetch you something to wear. Renza winks at you as she scurries out of the room, leaving you alone and undressed. Just a few minutes later, the door opens again, revealing Renza. I found, Lady Julia, You know what? Smile enticingly. You place your hands comfortably at your hips and flash a grin at Hunter. I mean, you're wearing a corset after all. Especially back in the day, it was like covering you anyway. Looking for something? Lady Julia, you look... Yes? Suddenly Renza enters the room behind Hunter. I think this is... Brother! What in the world do you think you're doing? But you... Out now! Shielding his eyes, Hunter quickly nods to you and leaves the room. Renza closes the door behind him. Unbelievable. I hope Hunter enjoyed that as much as I did. Lady Juliet Rosari, you saucy minx. I mean, you're the one that sent him in here, so... Accidents happen. Can I be blamed for hoping the happiest outcome for all parties involved? Certainly not, but if you truly wish to assure the happiest outcomes, then perhaps it's time you come clean. It's just us alone in the room, and you know you can trust me with anything, just as I can trust you now. Which one is it? Which one is what? Stop playing so coy. Which one of them do you like? I suppose there's no harm in telling you, so long as it remains between the two of us. Who has captured your heart? Hunter or Caden? The choice you will make will affect the rest of Julia's journey. I have strong feelings for... There should be a third option, why not both? Seriously, isn't it a bit soon in this book to be figuring that out? I guess Hunter. I knew it! I know that he's your younger brother, but I know that he's gonna be king. Don't worry about it. Marriage may be political, but love is pure. I wonder if he feels the same way. I can't say for sure, but knowing my brother, I doubt he'll keep how he feels secret for long. Well, now I finally earned the right to stand here and to not stand here in state undress. That and more. Renza places the dress she left to fetch in your arms. Flowy, airy fabric is so light that your hands it almost feels as though you're holding nothing at all. Today's event is aboard my yacht. You'll be glad to be wearing something like this. Hector and Hunter will be likely glad as well. Hey guys. Hi. You know we streamed Pokemon Sword this morning, right? You should really come to the channel. Twitch.tv/Locums183. Link down below. And by the way, the dress looks pretty. I still like the black one though, but alright, whatever. So, what do you think? Stop hitting the Pokemon thing. Unless Lord Hector has suffered an eye injury since last I met him, our alliance will be secured by the end of this day. You look positively wondrous, Julia. Truly. Now come. Our carriage to the marina will be waiting out for us outside. You step outside of the Pharaoh estate to find a grand procession of dressed horses, elegant carriage. Renza leaves you to join her father as Hunter steps forward. Caden follows just a short step behind. This is quite the parade. Impressed, I hope. Who wouldn't be? You practically emptied the royal stables. My crown Shiro certainly seems in good spirits today. A day of fresh air, far from stuffy halls and ballrooms. Of course I'm in good spirits. Hunter shifts on his feet uncomfortably. Is it too much to hope my lady is in good spirits as well? After our accident earlier, I mean. How's the tent? Our accident? Do you mean when you entered the room where I was dressing earlier without knocking first? You did what? Lord Hunter, you... Never fear. Everything is forgiven. Lady Julia, for gracious. Hunter smiles and lowers his head in respectful nod. As he does, you see Lord Damon near the carriage procession, watching your familiarity with his son. His gaze is less than friendly. Don't care. As you gave Damon an unfriendly look right back, make a show of cozying up to Hunter. Nod respectfully and step back. Give Damon an unfriendly look right back. If looks could kill, I'm gonna come over there and beat you to death. Hunter notices your exchange with his father and places his body between the two of you. I have news. After today, you won't need to worry about my father. He announces his retirement at sunset. So after today, you'll be the head of House Ferrero? Officially. Yes, and House Pharaoh will finally be able to support you as it always should have. Suddenly a carriage rolls to a stop beside you, the door opens, and Hunter steps aboard. Caden takes the reins of a nearby horse and climbs onto its saddle. Caden, you're not riding in the carriage? It's easier to do my work from horseback. I'll be watching the road for trouble so you can ride in peace. Hunter extends his hand to you. We have enough carriages today that one is reserved exclusively for the King Regent and his most faithful ally. You accept Hunter's hand and he helps you onto his ornamented carriage. Soon a horn is sounded and the procession begins to move. I wonder how long it will be before we can smell sea salt on the air. It shouldn't be long, though I am a bit conflicted of mind as of whether I welcome its coming. Don't you like the sea? I do, but when we get there, everything will change. What will change? Once you've become engaged to Lord Hector, private moments like this between us will no longer be appropriate. But don't let me paint too grim a picture. There will also be rewards. Like learning my parents' identities. Yes, like that. If only it was enough. What else is there? Tell me, and I will do everything in my power to give it to you. I won't be satisfied until I'm with my one true love. You're happy too. Cyrus is shaved, bald, and locked in a chastity belt. I'm with my one true love. Surely you mean Lord Hector. Lord Hector may hold the ring, but he will never hold my heart. How can you be so certain? Because someone else holds it already. Hunter moves his eyes from the window and dances a glance towards you. For a brief moment, your eyes meet. The carriage continues down the road. I know what I do today is for all. The best for all. But right now, the best feels so distant, while the sacrifice feels so present. Wait, Lady Julia, do you smell that? The sea salt on the air. Nice topic change. No. Neither do I. It means we still have time. Time before you meet Lord Hector. Time before you're betrothed. The longer we travel this road, the closer the future becomes. And we may not wish to stop it, but we don't have to speed its arrival. Here's a fork ahead, leading into town. Let's spend a final moment there together before the sea. Just Hunter and Julia. No alliances, titles, duties. Just two people enjoying their morning. And each other. Exactly. Here's the fork. Shall we take it? Join Hunter for a private ride through the town in this exclusive scene. Join Hunter. A trip into town sounds lovely. I was hoping you'd agree. Trust me, this excursion would do us both some good. Hunter leans forward and instructs the carriage driver to turn off the next road. It's not long before you're riding down the town streets, taking in the sights of tall buildings and cobblestones gleaming into the sun. Quite the sight, isn't it? The carriage comes to a stop, and you both continue on foot, quickly getting lost in the bustling world. I believe you said something back there about letting go of our identities, if only for an afternoon. I did. Henceforth, I am no longer Hunter, King Regent, and you are not Lady Julia, further future High Chancellor and head of House Rosario. Indeed, but that begs the question, who are we to be? Hunter considers for a moment, his gaze traveling the length of your body as a smile blooms on his face. It is simple. You are traveling, an artist on an expedition across the countryside, in search of inspiration for your magnum opus. Ah, so I'm seeking fame and fortune, and a way to bring honor to my family name. Sounds familiar. I thought it might. Now, who should I be? You should be a stable hand exploring the lands beyond his manor, a traveling sailor just arrived from a foreign land, a thief. Jewel thief on the run after pilfering royal diamonds. Traveling sailor. After becoming lost on my way to the tavern, I sought the help of a fashionable young artist. I agreed to help for a prize. He offered her what little gold he earned his last voyage in exchange for her company. Even the coin he had hoped to spend on his ale. Yet I only desire the sailor sit for a portrait, a promise that we would see the traveling city together, in search of the perfect vista to set this behind his image. It sounds like the beginning of a romantic story, doesn't it? Oh yes, tales of a traveled far and wide for all to hear. You stroll down the street together, wandering into a bazaar with innumerable sights, treats, and wares. It seems like we picked the right day to be spontaneous. What better way to experience the city life than at the market? Look there! Is that a man doing a handstand? On a tightrope? Indeed, and do not forget the flaming bottles he is juggling with his feet. How exciting! I have only read of such antics in dusty tomes. If you find that impressive, you should watch me at court. Between towing the line of diplomacy and fending off the ravenous lords and ladies, the two feats are not all different. Hunter, are you suggesting that you could give this performer a run for his money? Well, yes. And there it is. Famed Hunter confidence I have heard so much about. I am happy to hear not all rumors swirling about me are false. You there! You both turn and see a man pointing at Hunter. He grins widely and motions to the vast array of jewelry and finery before him. If you really want to make your intentions known to the bold, beautiful lady love, one of the fine necklaces should send the message. Hear that? Apparently you are my lady love. Actually, sir, I do not know this man at all. This poor fool has been following me for several blocks now, reciting bad poetry and calling me beautiful wonder at every turn. I beg your pardon, my dear woman, but I was not calling you out to you at all. Is it really so strange for a man to whisper sweet nothings to himself? You grin at Hunter and continue on. As he wanders slowly from stand to stand, your eyes caught by a cart full of bright, shiny baubles. You rush over to take a look. I wonder if Hunter might enjoy a gift. He is distracted, so now's the perfect time. Greetings, my dear. Might you be interested in this artesian ring dating back to the Five Kingdoms? Or perhaps this ivory dais, an antique wooden horse, also makes for a lovely collector item. Oh, this is quite the selection. We have an antique horse, an antique ring, dice set. I'm gonna go with ring. Merchant nods her thanks, and you pay for the gift. Just as you back away from the cart, Hunter appears at your side, nodding at your hands. Couldn't leave without the souvenir. More like I couldn't leave without getting something special for you. You hand him the gift and watch him light up with a smile. You got this for me. I did. I chose this because of its worth, or whatever status it may project, but because its character. See here, how strange how the stone has sunken, how little lines dull the surface. Many might say this ring has passed its prime. Maybe, but I see something that carries its own beauty. That, even as it has seen many years and hardships. My hope is that the ring will remind you that things are crafted with love and patience, will stand the test of time. Hunter looks at you for a long moment, and with a smile and gratitude plain on his features. Thank you, Julia, truly. I will cherish this always. And in happy coincidence, I've gotten you a gift as well. Think of it as a memento from our day about town. Admire it. Hunter, this is beautiful. You turn it over in your hands, marveling at the glistening gems set in gold. It opens to reveal a shiny mirror, so that I may gaze at my beautiful reflection whenever I wish, or to see who whispers behind my back when I am at court. No matter how you find a use for it, I am sure it will suit you well and bring you happiness. Hunter looks back as if he's about to say something more, but shakes his head and offers you his arm instead. Let us continue. Together, you head away from the bazaar to the canal, just a short walk away. You settle into a bench, enjoying the afternoon breeze. The two of you watch a young couple across the canal, laughing and feeding the birds without a care in the world. Thank you, Hunter. not only for the gift, but for taking me to town today. It has been a welcome change from everything. It truly has been. Julia, I have a bit of a strange question to ask, but if you would indulge me, do you think it is possible that we could be happier if we let go of our duties and just left all this behind? And I don't know about happiness, but I think we have been brought together by fate. I understand having misgivings about duty, but you should not lose sight of what is also important. Friendship. No matter what the future holds for us, I believe we will still have one another to lean on. We can find happiness in that. That is, truly. We have only known each other for a short time, but we've come far since then, and to think our first meeting was one of chance. And I would not have it any other way. I say this with utmost sincerity. Hunter, I am so grateful that we met. Thank you, Julia. Not only for this afternoon, but for the steadfast honesty. My life would be poorer if I had not made your acquaintance. Strong words, but honest ones. He meets your eyes again and hesitates, his gaze dropping lower to linger on your lips. Hunter, I... Closes his eyes and moves his lips towards you. You catch Hunter's hand and move ever closer to him. Soon you're close enough to see the look of wonder in his eyes and the way he smiles as you tilt your head up invitingly. But just before your lips can touch, you're interrupted by the sound of horses and a warm voice calling over the breeze. Lord Hunter, Lady Julia. Nice time there, bud. You and Hunter are jolted in surprise. He shifts and plants a soft, sweet kiss to your cheek, then stands in greeting, hurriedly straightening his clothes. It seems you had no trouble finding us. The Pharaoh page looking between the two of you with some curiosity. My lord, we should return to the procession post-haste. We should not want to keep the others waiting. I suppose we have been gone a little too long. As they say, all good things must end. Hunter gently takes your hand and helps you into the carriage, his thumb brushing over the back of your hand affectionately. Not all good things, but for now we must face your destiny. And I may just be ready for it, thanks to you. Hunter's gaze lingers on you a moment, a warm expression in his eyes. He enters the carriage and the two of you set off back to the procession. After a short while, you arrive at the Pharaoh Marina with the rest of the Cordonian court for an afternoon at sea. The Legacy stands before you, the grandest ship you've ever seen. Many nobles are already aboard. Hunter, that's your yacht? It's incredible. Look, art that will be reused later for the pirate book. Yes, you didn't see that one coming, did you? I've been aboard the Legacy countless times, yet the towering sight of it never fails to take my breath away. The ship is for leisure. You would carry an army aboard that craft, 2 armies. It's elegant, regal, luxurious, and of course it's not as elegant and regal and luxurious as the Navrakas yacht, but... I wasn't aware the Navrakas had a yacht. I'd look incredible with the wind in my hair. Why have I never been invited aboard? First of all, shut up. Second of all, technically, we don't have a yacht yet. But when we do, rest assured that that yacht won't compare to mine at all. Oh, such a comparison may be difficult, Lady Navrakas, considering this craft is a galleon, not a yacht. Just look at the riggings. Yeah, but in all seriousness, we shouldn't allow any nautical mislabeling to diminish our enjoyment of the voyage ahead. Quite. Now, if the rest of you could kindly board, we will cast off and get this excursion started. You watch as a thick rope, his ladder is unfurled from the Legacy's deck above. One by one, the nobles and their staffs climb aboard, leaving just you and Vasco left on the deck. After you, your ladyship. As you begin to climb the ship's tall side, the wind grows in strength, swaying you violently upon the ladder. Huh? The rope begins to creak and strain as your heart pounds against your chest. You look down and suddenly realize that to fall from this height could be deadly. The rope is about to give out. I should race up the ladder quickly, hold on tight. You firm your grip to the sides of the ladder and hold on tight. As you lower your boot to steady your footing, you feel the rope step snap beneath your foot. Your body begins to fall, only to be caught again by the same rope step. You look down to find it unbroken. How's that possible? Magic. Anne reaches down and catches yours, helping it to pull you onto the yacht's deck. As you steady yourself aboard, you find yourself standing before a well-dressed noble. I heard you cry out. I hope you don't find it too forward of me to take your hand without warning. But where are my manners? I am Lord Hector Nabracus. You must be Lady Julia. Pleased to make your acquaintance at last. Lord Hector. Thank you for your help. It is every lord's obligation to help a lady in need. I hope that as we get to know each other, you will learn that you may always count on me when one is in need of assistance, and that thanks is rarely, if ever, required. Just then, Renza appears and looks between the two of you devilishly. Looks like you are getting along famously. If you'll both follow me, I'll lead you to your private cabana, and we'll be setting sail within moments. We get a private cabana? That sounds fun. Yours is in the front, of course. It represents the finest accommodation to be found aboard the yacht. I trust they will meet your approval. I am most certain they will. Thank you. Renza gestures for you to into the prow's cabana, where you and Hector lounge upon silk-covered cushions under the warming light of the afternoon sun. Renza leaves you to your privacy. Lord Hector, thank you for doing me the honor of joining me today. Oh, it is just you who has honored me, Lady Julie. I have followed your recent exploits and have been most impressed by your initiative. Thank you. It has been the most interesting journey thus far. I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to get to know each other, but I am a man of efficiency. So tell me, if there was one thing I should truly know to understand you, what would it be? You should know that I always follow my heart, I'm loyal to my friends, and have many dreams and plan to achieve every one. I am loyal to my friends, ruthless to my enemies. What a waste. Pardon? I find that it's best to never draw harsh distinctions between friends and enemies. Then what of loyalty, and what of vengeance? Leave them to the fantasies of the playwrights. In the real world, it's sometimes beneficial to embrace those who have wronged us or sprung from our respect. If we can't forget our past with those around us, good or bad, we may soon miss opportunities to benefit from them in the future. I see. So basically you're all about yourself. I hope I don't come off as too harsh. You see, I'm a practical man with powerful drive. I tend to think of things cleanly. In this drive of yours, where do you hope it leads? To the palace of as keeper of the Royal Archives, the highest power a man of my birth can achieve. Isn't that Renza's position? Today, yes, but when Hunter becomes king, a member of his own house cannot manage his legal affairs. It would upend tradition and... really? As Hector continues speaking, you find yourself distracted by Hunter, who you've just caught looking directly towards you, and from his cabana across the deck, he smiles as you meet his eyes. Wait for this date to be over. You curl your lips into an open smile and playfully roll your eyes. Hunter's shoulders bounce with quiet amusement. Lady Julia, did you hear me? Unfortunately, we've heard everything you said. Were you saying something? I was asking you to be my wife. What? Just now? This guy moves fast. It's obvious that we have differences, but a match would be advantageous for both of us. I will become Keeper, you High Chancellor. We both get everything we could have wished for. Just then, Renza appears behind you. I'm so sorry. Certainly it wasn't eavesdropping, but did you just accidentally hear that you were just getting married? Well, I'm... This is so exciting. I guess. Before you can say anything more, Renzo moves to the front of the ship, calls loudly above the crashing waves for everyone in the party's attention. House Ferrer is pleased to announce the engagement of Lady Julia Rosario and Lord Hector Navracus. Blas consumes the deck of the yacht as Renzo retrieves a goblet of red wine and hands it to you. Everyone raise your glasses. Did you just have glasses prepared for everybody? On the whim. To Cadonia and to Lady Julia Rosario. Hear, hear. Let us hear from the bride-to-be. Crowd quiets and looks to you. The truth is... Rosario's honored to join with House Navracus. Well said. The crowd cheers again as Theodosia breaks into tears. Why is everyone finding true love and getting married but me? You're the one who arranged this. I know! Huzzah, Lady Julia. Oh my, look at me. I'm practically drowning in my own emotion. Yep, look at you. Look, I'm drowning too. Lord Damon steps towards you and clamping a stiff hand on the side of your arm. It would seem that you're not quite as useless as I suspected. Girl, unhand me or I swear to God you'll be a pirate with one eye. Lord Damon. I did not do this for you. It was gripped tight by the hair. Oh, but you did. Glittering promises may have lured you here, but everything you've done has given me something greater than your house could achieve in 100 generations. You've carved my name into the stones of history, but only you will remember the name Pharaoh until the end of her days. The Damon steps away from you and Renza takes his place. We did it. You did it. I only played my part. But it was a difficult part. I know there were other things still unresolved, things like Hunter. I knew what I was doing when I came here today. And so you did, and promised that we would work the rest of it out, which we will. And we can only play our part so long before the real us steps forward, whether we want her to or not. What are you talking about? A surprise. A fun surprise. Rebuse Isle. I've read about this place. Ships have discovered or disappeared near its waters for centuries, but how is that a surprise? Because the legacy is set to pass at any moment now, and we, along with the other nobles, are going to go there for a little adventure. Aren't you a little bit worried about disappearing? I don't know. Are you? Hunter approaches from behind Renzo. Did, someone mention traveling to Rebuse Island? I always wanted to go there since I was a child. Yes, all of us, heads of court, are invited. Sadly, that means no Lord Hector, but there are so many other seats in the rowboat after all. Renzo offers you a sly wink. If you're coming along with the group, Julie, perhaps we could find a moment to discuss things. Join Hunter, Caden, and the nobles on the excursion to the mysterious Rebuse Isle. And remember, twitch.tv/locum23. Join Hunter. Alright, you have me convinced. Let's see what this island is all about. You quickly gather Star Fox from your room and join the others as the rowboat that Renzo prepared. And before you know it, you and your friends are rowing off into the open sea. Freedom at last. what do we think, everyone? Are we happy to get away? Free of dull conversations and following protocol? Happiness is only the start of what I feel right now. Yep. Scratch Star Fox behind the ears as he looks cheerfully out over the water. Feeling good, boy? I think you have natural sea legs. Yep. I adore the Legacy, but there's something truly special about being so near to the ocean in a smaller craft like this. Yes, it reminds me so of the follies of my youth. Have I ever told you of my expedition through the kingdoms in the 18th year? No one cares. Many times. So many. Please, I'd rather throw myself overboard and brave the sharks than hear this sordid story again. Well, it was a grand time, full of adventure, wine, taut sailor boys with little clothing, and gigantic... Renza leans over to the side of the boat and splashes water up at Cyrus. Ow! So, Lady Renza, do you intend to tell us what we're doing exactly? What's the story of the Rubius Isle? I'm glad you asked. See, there's treasure on the island, and I want us to be the ones to find it. What sort of treasure? An ancient armory, perhaps? Gold, jewels. Nothing so ordinary. Many, many years ago, a ship called the Leviathan sailed for distant shores. As they drew near, it is said that their compasses spun in circles. The wheel spun itself. It was long before the great ship wrecked against the shoals of Rubius Isle. Wait a moment. We're going there by boat to a place that mysteriously wrecks boats? It's worse than that. They say the wrecks are caused by a gigantic magical beast that guards the island. And what, pray tell, makes such a journey worth risking our hides? Gold, Cyrus. Gold. I mean, the Leviathan is said to have been carrying a bottle of the rarest and most expensive wine in all of the kingdoms. And that is the treasure. And we are going to find it and drink it to our heart's content. All this for some wine? You really know the way to the heart of the wine. You cannot be serious. What is the real treasure? Like, this is an awful lot of trouble for one bottle. Agreed. Why not simply procure a bottle on the yacht instead? Because that's an utter bore. Everyone knows that only things worth anything are utterly unique, like me. If this wine is as special as they say, you shall forget all about fantasies of endless riches. So, this cachet of rare wine, how are we to know where to look? Come now, dear brother, you think I have not done my research? Legends say that the wine is hidden beneath the captain's seal. There can only be so many of those in the island, right? If that's the case, then why hasn't it been found yet? Well, because many men have tried and failed to, devastating consequences, I'm told. So they died. That bodes well. But I'm too well-liked to die. Nobody is going to die. We're going to be the only ones there. It's perfectly safe. Suddenly the rowboat's figurehead cracks and crashes into the water. Like a girl on Pompadour. Perhaps it is unwise to scamper about a place like this. Well, if you're frightened, Lord Cyrus, you can always swim back to the yacht. Perish the thought. Deprive the group of the most handsome member and risk tangling seaweed into my hair. Well, then it sounds like you're coming with. As you close in on the shore, Renza stands up in delight, wobbling ungracefully as the waves rock the boat. There, you see? It's the legendary vessel, and within it the wine that dreams are made out of. Butter chuckles and leans close to you. You would think this wine has magical properties. Perhaps it grants witches, or is the elixir of eternal youth. or it's cursed and takes the voices of whoever drinks it. Let's hope Cyrus sips first. At the shore, you all hop out of the rowboat and rush up to the sand of the crashed vessel. Star Fox happily bounds behind you. Having fun, boy? Yep. That's literally all he says is, yep. Look, the Captain Seal. Renzo goes straight for a safe on a deck and pries it open without hesitation. It's not here. It must be behind a different seal, deeper within the island. I suppose the treasure hunt is going to be more of a hunt than you'd imagine. No matter, we shall make a game of it. Whoever's the one to bring the legendary wine back gets the first sip. A contest, then. Contest would imply that someone other than me has a chance of winning. Don't count me out just yet. After all, some consider me quite an expert at exposing things. Perhaps we should partner up for search. We'll cover more ground that way. As you wished. Just make it quick. We only have a few hours until sundown. You make your way to Hunter, but find Cyrus stepping directly in your path. He smirks, keeping his voice low. You're a sly one indeed, Lady Julia, asking to partner up. If you wanted to be alone with me, all you could do was ask. Perhaps I should clarify my meaning. For once, I'm proposing more of a long-term partnership. Have you forgotten my engagement so soon, my lord? Forgotten? No, on the contrary. I've been thinking of it all evening, and I must say I think you're worthy of far more than you've been offered. Ally with me, and I shall offer you everything the pharaohs have, plus a single perfect night of unspeakable passion, with yours truly. My dear Lord Cyrus, if only I could wave you away like the foul odor you are. Think carefully, Julia. Decline me now, and I may not be so friendly next time we discuss matters of politic. Are you threatening me, Lord Cyrus? By refusing my offer, you threaten yourself. Know this. When I'm High Chancellor... you shall be turned to kibble and fed to Pompadour. Now you've gone and upset Lord Pompadour. Now, Pompadour, I never let you be on a diet of anything less than freshly prepared exotic birds. Now, if you'll excuse me, Lord Cyrus, I have a keg of mystery wine to find. Cyrus turns away and slinks over to Renza, who is inspecting another part of the ship, Hunter and Caden beckoning you to join them. Another fun conversation with my half-brother. Let's just say, the sooner we find the wine, the sooner I'll forget it. It seems Lady Thalasia and Lord Percival have paired up, so I suppose that just leaves us. Excellent. Now let's get us moving. We have some wine to track down. You, Hunter, Caden, and Star Fox head up the path to the mansion overlooking the beach. Poor Renza, she's stuck with him. Push open the door of the manor, everything is covered by cobwebs, moss, and the wood protests loudly with every step you take. Remember, we are looking for a Captain Seal. The manor is enormous, but now we have time to search every single floor, let alone bath. We should split up the group. I'll keep looking down here, the two of you continue the search upstairs. Follow Hunter upstairs in silence, realizing that this is the first moment you shared alone since Hector's proposal. So, much has happened in the past several hours, hasn't it? That is putting it mildly. I feel like my life has been upended. Hunter gives you a sidelong glance, his shoulders tense. I suppose the congratulations are in order. Congratulations? I don't feel like celebrating. I have nothing against Lord Hector, but we have only just met. I know I made a promise to my sister to help out the house however I could, but I certainly did not see my life going this way even a few months ago. I understand sometimes doing your duty means setting aside your own comforts and wishes for the greater good, as they say. Dare I ask how you are faring? You congratulated me, but I sensed little joy in it. I am earnestly happy for you, but I know this must have been done for our families. But the is more some part of me that makes me wonder. Wonder what? Hunter sighs, running a hand through his hair. Just how things would be different from now on. About how different things could have been. Hunter. You hesitate and then reach for your hand up to Hunter's shoulder. When Caden suddenly strikes into the back behind you, you pull back your hand, startled. Something is in the matter with us. I heard unnatural sounds in the halls downstairs. Unnatural? Caden quickly places a finger to his lips and points to a space in the floorboards at your feet. You hear a faint, wailing noise. Lagadu babadu. What on earth? Two shadowy figures soon step into view below you. La ba dee dee da. Must you do that? Not my fault. I sing when I'm nervous. When others are nervous, I'm not nervous. Who said I'm nervous? My apologies. I did not realize you were attempting music. What do you mean attempting? Here I thought they could avoid one another after the incident during the hunt. It would seem that their time entangled in a net together failed to draw them closer after all. Stifle a laugh and watch as the others meticulously search the rooms below. Theodosia pauses before a fireplace with a large golden symbol above it. Amateurs, they have no idea what they're watching, or being watched. No, they do not. It would be so easy to catch them off guard. Is that mischief I see in your eyes? It could be. Let's, make beastly noises. Rattle the furniture. Rattle the furniture. This is positively diabolical. I love it. You all reach the floorboards, the windows, the shelves throughout the room, and give them a great shake. The wood creaks with effort, echoing hauntedly across the manor. Theodosia and Percival jump, startled. It's the beast! You shall never get the best of me, beast! As if they are otherwise possible to begin with. Reaches for a nearby board to defend herself with, but trips over her own feet. Ah! As Percival looks on in confusion, Theodosia loses her balance and tumbles backwards against the fireplace. A cloud of soot fills the room, and out of nowhere you hear the loud sound of wood and bricks scraping against the floor. What is that? It's the beast! I've fallen into the mouth of the beast! Beast? It's a fireplace? Soon the smoke clears and you see the fireplace has shifted, revealing a secret compartment with a shiny bottle within. It's the wine. We found it. Startled, Theodosia and Percival look up and see you through a hole in the ceiling. I found it! And how long have you been sitting up there like a band of thieves? Long enough. You make your way downstairs to find Percival frowning and sooty Theodosia holding the wine to her bosom like a prize child. Not a word! I only want to congratulate you on your success. Is that what we're calling it? Good question. After all, she unwittingly triggered this confusion contraption. Unwittingly, I found it, just as I said I would. And when we get back, all of you owe me a nice dress for my trouble. Doesn't your house charm magically clean anything it touches? That is not the point! Let us head back. The beach awaits. As your group makes your way back to the rowboat, you hear the angry voices of Rinza, Cyrus, and Lord Pompadour in the distance. My fault. If you'd simply clarified what you meant by Captain Seal, Pompadour and I would have wasted no time searching the water. I'm sorry. I didn't think you were stupid enough to think we were talking about the animal when we said it was a seal. Oh, Lord. Lady Rinza, Lord Cyrus, we are back, and we have found the wine. Ahem! Lady Theodosia found the wine. Excellent, so this trip was not a disappointment after all. Rinza seizes the bottle and quickly pops the cork, prompting a strong scent of vinegar to waft through the air. Hunter, Caden, and Percival back away as Starfox sniffs the air. Is it supposed to smell like that? I'm not sure. It is a vintage. A very, very old vintage. Yes, it's not supposed to smell like vinegar, though. Even though I found the wine, and the first sip is mine by right, I will graciously allow someone else to take the first sip. Perhaps someone with a true taste for a rare vintage will appreciate it. I think Lord Cyrus has nominated himself. I am glad to hear that you recognize my discerning palate. If only you'd let my discerning palate recognize yours sometime. Just drink it, Cyrus. With a saucy wink, Cyrus tips the bottle back, gulping down far more than the agreed-upon sip. He reels back, turning impressive shades of green. It is quite unique. Oh, Lord Pompadour, I don't think it would be your liking or health. Tell us, Lord Cyrus, is the wine we found indeed the stuff of legend? Perhaps some legends are best left unearthed. Cyrus sticks out his tongue and begins to scrape it with the side of his finger. Not to worry, everyone. I always have a contingency plan. Windsor removes a satchel from the rowboat and reveals several bottles of Palace wine. Well played, sister. I take back most of what I said about you earlier. Rinza pours everyone a glass and raises her own to you in a wink. Let us drink up, friends. Cowboy never spent any time with Hunter alone. Soon you're right back on the Legacy after the others have departed the boat. Rinza holds you behind for a private word. My father will be announcing his retirement soon. That's right. Hunter is finally being named head of House Rofero. Before that happens, there is another event you may wish to attend. Back on the island, Hunter asked me to have you join him in the captain's cabin at sunset. He said he needs to confess something to you. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't he tell me himself? He didn't want to raise suspicion in front of the other nobles by telling you earlier. The truth is, people are already starting to whisper about the two of you. They're watching. This arrangement was deemed safest and more romantic, don't you think? Now, good luck tonight, Lady Julia Rosario. You spend the rest of your afternoon being congratulated and socializing with Hector. When sunset finally approaches, you make your way to the captain's cabin. Hello? A few quiet moments pass, and then the door opens. Hunter stands on the other side. Hunter. Lady Julia, I know you're the one who asked to see me, but if you'll allow it, there's something I must say first. Wait. This is Rinza's handiwork. But she told me... I suppose it doesn't matter now. We're here now, and you have something to say to me? Yes, if I waste any more time thinking about how to do it the right way, I may never find the courage at all, so here it is. I know how impractical we would be together. Hunter, I know my father would never approve. It would put your house in jeopardy, my house in jeopardy. Your betrothal, our alliance, my throne, perhaps all of Cordonia in jeopardy. But I love you, Julia Rosario. Consequences be damned, I love you, and I can't bear to hide my heart a single moment longer. As you consider what to say, you hear the sound of a slow clap emerge from behind the shadow of back curtains. That was quite a performance, my son. I especially like the line of, oh, what was it? You would put your house in jeopardy. Consequences be damned. Father. Rinza should have waited until, like, I don't know, after he announced his retirement. Lord Damon, how did you... The second figure steps out from behind the man and speaks over his shoulder. See, Daddy, I told you. Oh, fake shock. I thought we were friends. Oh, but we are. It's just that, unlike my brother, I don't place my personal feelings towards someone ahead of the needs of my family. Rinza, could you betray me like this, your own brother? From where I stand, it is you, son, who betrayed her, and me. Rinza has only manipulated you into thinking so. Then who are you to lecture me about one's feelings being manipulated by another, that girl Julia? I will not hear you disrespect her. But you will hear this. I hereby strip you of your position as heir to the house, head of House Pharaoh. I cannot remove you as King Regent, but know this, my son. When the nobles choose House Pharaoh to wear the crown, it shall be placed on Rinza's head, not yours. Father, you surprise and humble me. I graciously accept this burden. Rinza nods respectfully. She raises her head. You see a slight smile meant only for you. Lord Damon, I beg you, a word.
Means leave us.
But father...
Do as you're told, girl, before I take the crown for myself.
Rinza bows to Damon quickly, then leaves the cabin. Oh, Damon, you must listen to me. Go with Hunter was named, or Queen Kendra's choice.
What do you know of it? I spent the better part of 20 years positioning my children to gain a favor. Everything I did was for the Queen's approval, for a favor, turn her blessing. I worked myself half into the grave to bend that woman's opinion by an inch. But hear this. House Pharaoh does not need her approval anymore. If Rinza is all I have left, then Rinza shall be the heir, and that is the end of it.
Hunter is a good man. Do not forget that due to misunderstanding. You must give him another chance. Damon squints his eyes. Appears to be genuinely considering your words. When he finally speaks again, his voice is calm.
I'm nothing if not fair of a practical man. Look into my eyes, son, and speak to me now, man to man. When you declared your love for this woman against my wishes, was there a misunderstanding?
Hunter takes a deep breath and stands tall and squares his shoulders.
I stand by my words.
Hunter removes the Pharaoh amulet from his neck and presses it forcefully in his father's open hand. Damon nods.
You may be a fool, but at least there's some honor in you. I will delay my retirement as head of house until the conclave. You have until then to change your mind and denounce this common blood once and for all. I would never. Then on the day that Cordelia selects a royal line, it would be your sister who takes the throne.
Lord Damon turns and marches out of the room. He's going to give House Charm to Rinza to where? That cannot happen. Once Theodosia sees it, she'll assume that Rinza is next in line for the throne. Will be powerless. As you and Hunter begin to chase after Damon, you suddenly lose your balance. Hunter just barely catches you by the arm before you fall. Please go, I'll catch up. Hunter clenches his fists and struggles with the decision before finally obeying your wishes, dashing from the room. You try to follow, but find your legs weak. Something is wrong. Very wrong. Your eyes flutter closed and the world turns black. Time passes, though you're unsure of how much. Slowly you blink your eyes open and find Rinza leaning over your body. Oh dear Julia, you are not looking well. Not looking well at all. What did you do to me? Rinza shrugs innocently. I trusted you. More importantly, you knew me. Neither of us are women willing to let the world dictate our fates. We will take what we deserve. You never made a secret of that, and neither did I. If this was truly came as a surprise to you, well, whose fault is that? This isn't the way. They passed me over, Julia. They handed my destiny to a twin, then dismissed me into the bed of a stranger. Like you, sweet Julia, I will not sit in the corner with my legs crossed in a pretty dress and wait for someone to say I'm worthy. Because I am worthy, and I'm taking what I want, with or without their approval. Having a dream does not give you permission to hurt those around you. I don't need permission to clear my path of obstacles, but you, not my brother, not my queen. It was you. You planned this from the start. You know how much I love to prepare. Now, I know this may be awkward timing, but I require a favor. A sudden pain grips your body and the room begins to spin around you. You shake your head sharply, trying to fight back whatever is happening to you. Despite this little hiccup in our relationship, I expect you to remain our ally, to marry Hector. You want me to help you put on the throne, and what do I get out of this? Oh, everything we discussed before. Perhaps even your life as a sort of goodwill bonus. My life is not yours to give. No? Have you heard of Cantarella? It's a tasteless, odorless, and slow-acting poison. It's usually given in small doses, allowing it to build up in the victim's system little by little until it's nearly a lethal dose. And then when the time is right, All it needs is the smallest push. Wait, I'm being rude. Your throat must be so dry. Are you thirsty? Rinza reaches for a bottle of red wine standing on a nearby table and pours some into a glass. Your memories flash before your truth settles in. From what I hear, there's a cause for celebration. Rinza extends her arm and offers you a goblet. Cheers! Remember my favorite drink. I'm the thoughtful type. Now, what's your poison? Rinza crouches and places the glass down beside you. She then lifts a small vial from her chest, red liquid swirling within her glass. With the Cantarella now built up in your body, you'll need a dose of this every few days to stay alive from now on. Marry Hector, put me on the throne, and I'll give you those doses until my coronation. If you're a good, obedient girl after that, I may feel inclined to keep you around for even longer. No. Honestly, my darling, you don't have much of a choice. Did you think this through? If I die because of the poison, then you're kind of screwed. I'm Lady Julia, head of House Rosario, and the clever fox of Cordonia, and I will never, ever help a slithering, untrustworthy, despicable, I like how it says snake in the group. I guess just snake. Snake, like you. Fine. Rinza tucks the vial back into her chest, stands, and smooths out her dress. Death by Cantarella comes in stages. First it attacks the body, next your mind and your senses. Finally your spirit will grow tired and weak until you are no more. Rinza leaves the room with you still on the floor, too weak to stand. You hear the turning of a lock as her final words float past the door. Goodbye, Julia Rosario. You've been betrayed. How can you escape with the legacy with your life? Find out next chapter. Well, I hope y'all did enjoy it. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description below, links to social media, Discord, and if you like to support me and my content, remember to hit that bell icon to receive notifications. And without further ado, thank you all once again for tuning in. Remember, we've also started the Pokemon Sword and Shield stream on twitch.tv/Locum23. You should come and join. Check it out. We already did part 1 today. It was about 5 hours of enjoying Pokemon and the all-new Pokemon that you have never seen before, never experienced, and the wonderful game that is Pokemon Shield and Sword. Without further ado, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace!